Welcome to the Social Lens and thank you for watching. In a significant legal battle with implications for South Africa's political landscape, the ruling African National Congress, ANC, has lost a court bid to stop the newly formed uMkhonto Sizwe Party, MK Party, from using its name and logo. The High Court in Durban ruled against the ANC, allowing the MK Party, led by former President Jacob Zuma, to use the name and emblem of its former armed wing, uMkhonto Sizwe, MK. This verdict is pivotal as the nation braces for the May 29 general elections. The ANC had contested the use of the name and logo by the MK Party, claiming it amounted to intellectual property theft. The MK Party, named after the former military wing of the ANC, faced a legal challenge, with the ANC questioning its right to use the name and trademark of the now-defunct organization. The legal tussle commenced when the ANC filed a court bid against the MK Party, demanding it cease using the name and emblem. The ANC argued that the MK Party's use of the name and logo was intended to confuse voters ahead of the elections. However, the MK Party defended itself, asserting that the ANC did not own the logo and name. After weeks of legal arguments, the High Court in Durban handed down its decision, ruling against the ANC's bid. The judgment emphasized that the MK Party had the right to use the name and symbols. The judgment outlined several critical aspects that led to the dismissal of the ANC's case. The court noted that the ANC only began considering the consequences of the MK Party's name and symbols when Zuma officially announced his support for the party. The ANC's delayed application was labeled self-created. The court pointed a finger at ANC Secretary General Fikile Mbalula, stating that the onus was on him to ensure the appeal was filed within the allocated time. The ANC had been aware of the MK Party's application for registration being rejected on August 4, 2023. The court suggested that the ANC's delay in filing was strategic and not due to a lack of awareness. The judge questioned why Mbalula, as the Secretary General, did not act swiftly, given that the authority to bring the present application was granted by the National Executive Committee almost a year earlier. The judgment explained that if the ANC wanted to prohibit the MK Party from using the symbols and name, it could have done so by reviewing the decision of the Independent Electoral Commission, IEC. The rights vested in the MK Party were authorized by the IEC in pursuance of, and in giving effect to, the provisions in Section 19 of the Constitution. These rights could not merely be wished away or invoked to the prejudice of the MK Party. The court concluded that the rights vested in the MK Party remained in place and had not been set aside by a competent court, thus denuding the ANC of its cause of action. The ruling has significant implications, especially with South Africa's upcoming general elections on May 29. The MK Party, led by former President Jacob Zuma, is now allowed to use the name and symbols of the former armed wing of the ANC. Zuma's popularity, especially in his home province of KZN, has helped the MK Party emerge as a potentially significant contender in the upcoming polls. The ANC's attempt to block the MK Party from using the name and logo is considered a significant setback, suggesting that the political landscape in South Africa is shifting. The ruling is pivotal as South Africa gears up for its general elections. The ANC, once led by Anti-Apartheid leader Nelson Mandela, faces pressure to remain in power following declining support in successive elections. The country faces stagnant economic growth, high levels of poverty among its black majority, and a high unemployment rate. This is the latest in a string of legal battles between Jacob Zuma and his former political party. Zuma, who headed the country from 2009 to 2018, was removed amid wide-ranging allegations of corruption. Zuma's popularity, especially in KZN, is expected to be a key battleground in this year's elections. The MK Party's name is identical to that of the armed wing of the ANC, which Nelson Mandela led from exile during the apartheid era. It was disbanded at the end of white minority rule and racial segregation policies of the regime. Before this, the ANC suffered another legal blow in its attempt to stop the MK Party from running in the election, saying it had not met the official registration criteria. The MK name and logo hold significant political symbolism because of the now-defunct armed wing's role in fighting for the end of white minority rule in South Africa. The ANC has said it will appeal against the ruling, suggesting that the legal and political battles are far from over. The court's decision represents a significant blow to the ANC and highlights the growing influence of Zuma and the MK Party in South African politics. As the legal and political battles continue, the outcome of the May 29 elections remains uncertain, with the ANC's long-standing grip on power facing its most formidable challenge yet. The judgment has set the stage for a fiercely contested election, with the MK party emerging as a potent force in South African politics. As the political landscape continues to evolve, the ruling ANC's influence may be waning, opening the door for new and emerging political forces in South Africa. If you found this video informative, please click the like button and consider subscribing to the channel. Until next time.